Oh, we live? Oh, yes, people. Good night. Welcome back to a next live episode of the Garage Podcast. So tonight panel, right? Odian, the girls, Sugar,
Which
my
is right.
myself, Michael. So we have a new administration in office, which is Donald Trump.
Cho.
Right. So Donald Trump signed 26 executive order his first day in office. And that's a record, right, Mike?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Former President Joe Biden had the record before him, which was what, 9? Donald Trump signed 26. Yes. So one of those executive order was Trump enforces the Hyde Amendment. So the president order would ban the use of any federal dollars on abortion. The executive order also rescind two of Biden administration action aimed at increasing access to abortion following the fall of Roe v. Wade. So Roe v. Wade is a landmark Supreme Court case in the United States that legalized abortion nationwide. Odin, what do you think about the
Abortion thing.
yeah?
I agree with the abortion thing, you know.
Why not? Explain.
Yeah, kill a life, right? That's a life. The only way me not agree with it, like if the person get raped, you know, that's the only way I would not agree with it. But if a man and a woman come to agreement there and them sleep together and then woman get pregnant, while y'all go create an abortion, that don't make no sense to me. Bring the youth. The youth can be the next president, next doctor, next lawyer. Yeah, kill a life, right? That's how me look on it. Me not agree with it with abortion.
You say bring forth life.
Yeah, bring forth life, most definitely.
Well, if you're looking at it this way, right? We have for from a spiritual side, we have the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, right?
Yeah.
So from a religious standpoint, where a lot of people will not support abortion. But now you find yourself in a situation, your daughter go out there, she get involved with someone. They're young, they can't afford it. What do? As well as you have family where, or not even family, a female going about their business, they get raped, they get pregnant. What do? How do they address that?
Repeat that, Mike. Sorry.
So again, you have from a religious standpoint, we have thou shalt not kill, right? So we know that having abortion, we are breaking one of the 10 Commandments, right?
Yeah.
So with the law, the law of the land, which correlates with the 10 Commandments, which is thou shalt not kill. If you kill, you know that's a crime, you're going to jail. So if a female wind up getting raped and get pregnant, how they go about, would you want them to keep the child? That's one. The second thing is, if you have a daughter and she have a little fling or boyfriend, they're young, they're 19, they're 16, they can't afford a child at this present time because number one, she or he is living under your roof as a parent. What do? These are the situation parents and people face on a regular basis. How do you define that from a spiritual level and from a political level?
All right. From a spiritual level still, you hear me I say? If she go out there and she get pregnant by her boyfriend, that's a different thing. Bring forth the youth, you still have mommy and papi,
Support.
Then we help out. Because I know, say, yo, that's how you go. But if you get raped now, I wouldn't agree if you bring forth that child, even though it's still taking a life, but you know,
So that's a conflict right there.
I'm gonna say it's a conflict.
It is.
It is a conflict.
So my personal
Bring forth it then.
yeah, my personal opinion, I really don't have one. I do agree that it's a woman's choice to choose whether they bring life forth or not, right? I don't know what
Well,
anyone is
that's-
going through, but
That's true. That's true.
but I would prefer for life to come forth, versus getting an abortion. But that's just my opinion. But
Yeah.
it's a woman's right to choose.
Yeah, give the woman the right for choosing
Yeah.
himself. If no say, yo, me want to bring the youth or not. You get me? I say, but when me I say, do the abortion thing. Me not really into that thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you kill a life, so you can never know if you'll get another one. But if it's a rape thing, no, a different thing that.
True.
Because most
I mean,
people,
your views change depending on the
'cause
situation.
most people can't go. It's not most people. If most women can't deal with the rape thing.
Yeah.
Because I look on the youth every day and probably not get the youth.
So
the
scar.
amount- the love what them supposed to get the youth. So that's the only way me I got agree with that party. You get me? I say, but on a different level, if the two wanna come together and sleep together without using a condom or protection, and the woman get pregnant, I would say bring forth
Condom
the youth.
break. So you using the protection with your wife or your girlfriend,
Bring forth the youth.
and the condom breaks because you have intention not to get your wife pregnant. You cannot afford it at this moment in time, right? So you're going out of your way to make to create a structure that this doesn't happen.
Listen, we have to
Give and take.
take responsibility
It
for our
happens.
action.
So what do you do?
We have to take responsibilities for our action. If we're
Exactly.
having unprotected sex,
Yep.
there's
No.
a possibility
Yeah.
that
You know, so something I got there.
she
Something
will
I got
get
in her
pregnant.
oven.
Right, but I'm saying go deeper than that. You have usually using condom with your girlfriend or your wife, right? Condom break without you recognize it. You ejaculate, right? Because you think the
Yeah,
condom.
morning after. Go take the
But
morning
you
after.
don't know that.
Yo, bad man, take the morning after before the picnic start grow.
So you're killing already.
You know, you kill it, Mike. You know, gone away yet. You know, kill nothing this because you take morning after. Start germinate yet. Start develop.
Uh-huh.
Abortion is when me look on abortion. You wait around 6 weeks till the picnic start grow. You kill it. It don't make no sense. And so me you look on it. If it's something happen tonight, and you say, all right, you happen tonight, you'll take a morning after. Develop it. That's different. That's not abortion. That's taking a pill a morning after.
Prevention.
Prevention for make it whatever.
Preventative
not come.
measures.
You see me I say?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you wait till 6 weeks, and then you're going to say, yo, you're going to do it with it. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Well, it's a catchy situation because each individual out there, people out there would have different takes. We may sit here and we have our own takes, and others would have their own takes. But it comes down to, it's touchy because if we're coming from a spiritual realm, now, remember, if you're living that spiritual life, that Christ-like life, and something like this happen, you would think, okay, no, God want me to have it because number one, he said, thou shalt not kill, right? So from a spiritual level, you're going to want to have it. But now in the back of your mind, it's like, I can't have this kid. I mean, this kid wasn't even, the person who even I have this kid for create a crime towards me. I can't have this kid. So
That's a different thing.
Yeah, we're gonna agree to this.
That's a different thing. If a man beat the woman, that's a different thing. You're not gonna have the youth as me I say already. You're gonna look on
It
that
depends
every
on the
day.
situation.
Yeah,
as you
you're gonna
said.
look on it every day as a scar. Say, you're not gonna treat the kid. You're not gonna give the kid the love what the kid's
now,
supposed to get.
you are aware that it's 8.1 billion people in the world. You know that worldwide, the government are trying to eliminate because they claim that the planet is overpopulated.
Overpopulate. They're trying
So-
to
So
depopulate
they
the
are
earth.
trying to depopulate it. So now
Mm.
these things.
I mean, I disagree. I think it's really steered at certain people
Mm.
and not others. Because when you look at, I don't really want to call it. So look at Jewish people, right?
Mm.
When you see Jewish people and you see the Jewish wife, they're walking around with
10 pitney.
yeah, they're walking around with a lot of kids.
Like a football team.
You know, one of the things. Here's the other thing, and this is facts.
We don't really want to talk. But you see, seriously, we don't really want to talk about
Here's the
abortion.
thing.
Like,
Bill Gates, they
Mm.
caught him in Africa, right? Our motherland as black men.
Mhm.
They caught him in Africa sterilizing the females and the male, right? The government, US government and the African government caught him. They reported and stuff like that. He even, the video was on YouTube, and I think eventually they pulled it. And he admitted. Now, how do you go by something like that? This man was trying to control by not. He told them that he's doing giving these vaccine for medical health, right? Which he lied. Basically, they
I
found
feel
out.
like you should be in front of the camera talking about these things. You know.
Wait,
You
wait.
can't have us in front of the camera, behind the camera saying these
The
things.
Bible says we come forward and be fruitful. I'm being
And
fruitful.
multiply.
Yeah.
I'm multiply.
Well,
We multiply upon the land.
I
What you
think
talk
it's a
about?
gimmick. At the end of the day, talking about the world is overpopulated. I think it's a gimmick. There
Yeah,
is enough
'cause-
food here. These people are. I mean, the intention and the gimmick what these politicians create and have a structure for their wealth, for their pocket. They want to climb on the backs of
I
these.
said I think you should be in front of the
I
camera
said.
making these statements. So we're gonna move on from that.
But-
So our next executive order, it's a woman choice to choose whatever they want to do with their body. That's just my opinion. Yeah. So our next executive order that the president signed was to rename the Gulf of Mexico
That nah
to
gonna
the
happen.
Gulf of America.
That nah gonna happen.
Why not?
That nah gonna happen.
Explain.
Yeah, that's in the next lifetime.
So what do you think about that? So why do you think it's not gonna happen?
That's not gonna happen.
What is
See,
that gonna happen?
Trump could be all type of the dictator he want to be. There's certain things like, for instance, he want to also create Canada as the 51st state, right? That ain't gonna happen. Number one. Second, like when the Gulf of the Panama Canal, he want to take. That's not gonna happen.
Nah gonna happen.
You can. I mean, I understand he's trying to set a precedent where he trying to fulfill his promise. Great. At the end of the day, but there are certain things he is far-fetched and it's not going to work. So I'm not sure what he's trying to do. And that sign shows dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
He did say that he's going to become a dictator in the first day. I didn't really see anything like that, but maybe he's just waiting for maybe another year or a couple more months or whatever before he take it to the next level in I don't know, but we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Would I write it in stone? No. But strongly, I don't think it's going to happen. It can't. With the institution, what we have in place, it's not going to happen. Besides, you're dealing with another foreign country and you want to control. I mean, the only person who probably would entitled to even take over Canada, which they already released, it was the British, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where this idea, who was packing up this guy head. Maybe Mike can answer because that's his boy.
Anyway, so you have the next bill, our next executive order, which is Trump limits definitions of gender identity. So gender identity, the order direct federal agencies to use sex and not gender in federal policies and documents. The order will also limit the choice of gender identification to sexes assigned at birth.
Which is right.
Elaborate.
I agree with them I talk about. Because even at the school them nowadays, them I tell the little youth them if it the way them feel. Why you cannot tell a kid that?
I feel like I want to be a billionaire now.
Eh?
I feel like I want to be a billionaire. No, but I agree. I mean, male and female.
Yeah, no.
You know?
You can't say because
The gender at birth, like you're a male, you're a female.
But-
When you fill out a work application form, it says male, female.
no, but look,
What is it? Queer,
other.
others, transgender, all type of stuff, right? I don't know, man. It just confuses
Yeah,
me.
remember first time it was only male and female. No, I was like,
And we have nothing
crazy.
against the LGBTQRST community.
nah, nothing against somebody,
Right.
but it's just the way of life, you know. Make the youth them come up and choose them own.
So
Yeah, I
yours-
agree.
them
I
choose.
think kids should be kids, and when
Yeah,
they grow up and they become adults, they can
Make them
make
choose them own
that
lifestyle.
choice.
Don't
Right.
don't preach it to them as a young kid, you know, not pre-K and all them places. Let them choose themselves.
What's your opinion, Mike?
I don't have a problem with the gender as to say I have a problem with the lifestyle, not the person himself. And you know, when you're looking at again, coming from a spiritual standpoint, we all do foolishness in front of God's sight. You know, we sin every day. We so you're looking at this, okay, so these guys, I mean, yes, they're in the same ballpark as well. No, God doesn't see, I would say, sin as one is higher than one. It's all equal to him. You know, you're a murderer, you're a liar, is all equal to him. But at the same time, how do you define this? Because that's what you said. We have to allow these kids to grow up. And it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous when I see these groups are pushing these things on these kids. Like, you know.
I mean, you're all in favor for them, though, no? Because you kind of like trump them. And we repeat that like every day, and we spoke about that, and you had like no problem with it. I don't understand.
What do you mean? I have no problem with it.
The Democrats.
They have no problem with it?
I mean, they push these stuff on our kids. They're the one who were pushing this on our kids.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at it this way. This is what the Democrats and the Republicans. No, the Republicans may not be that stern when it comes to pushing these things, but I mean, they're all
They
guilty.
don't push the agenda.
All right. So regardless of what, I even though I'm a part of that party or I support that party, I don't agree with what the foolishness they're doing. No, I don't. The nonsense of them doing this, I don't agree with them. I mean, just like you and I are having a conversation and you make a comment and I don't agree with, but it doesn't mean that you and I cannot be friends still.
Right. Not because we disagree, we don't have, it doesn't have to be disagreeable.
Right.
Right. All right. So the next executive order was the energy, I guess the energy bill, right? So the energy bill is from former President Joe Biden, the electric car mandate. So they were trying to do with gas car.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to do away with gas cars.
That's the intention, actually. Global warming. I mean,
So what you thought about that?
You see congestion pricing in New York. This is what it gears towards. But these guys have a different motive. It's not necessarily towards what global warming and the pollution that was going on in the atmosphere. These guys are on a different money agenda.
Exactly. Nah, nothing to do with
It
that.
had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, nah, nothing to do with
Because you're creating congestion pricing, right, for Manhattan. The heck, Manhattan is not the only borough that facing these type of
No.
high level traffic.
No,
so why don't you
that's something different, man.
How?
You're talking about the tolls that they just introduced to Manhattan?
Right, because they
No,
are
this is so they were on like a green energy our energy efficiency,
Mhm.
where they wanted to get rid of like engine cars, right? Uh, gas combustion. They wanted to get rid of gas cars that
Car
use,
that run uses
Yeah.
Pretty
gas.
much the carbon monoxide that burn out
right,
the,
and
ac-
use only
the
electric
ozone
cars.
layer.
And it was, they gave you like what do you call it, incentives. If you bought a electric car, you'll get like a 20 or $15,000 um 15
Discount.
discount on an electric car. And at the end of the year, when you file tax,
Mhm.
you get, I think you get that back, or you get.
All of that is a money making thing.
So and in California, they said by a certain time, like 2027,
Mhm.
all cars in California should be electric. And if it wasn't
think
electric, you would get fined.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, so
28 or
Trump just reversed that. Yeah. So the next thing is they created a next part of government, or a next form of government, or a next department, which is referred to as, or called Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. You heard of it, Mike?
No.
So the Department of Government Efficiency would oversee the government spending. You know, like the government spends 50 billion on abortion, or they spend
Mhm.
an next 50 billion on something else that doesn't make sense to them. They would say, okay, we're gonna cut spending on this, or we're gonna cut funding on this. So, and that department is headed by Elon Musk. Elon Musk, which is the richest man in the world.
Somewhat. I don't
No,
think
he
he's a
is. He is.
really than Sabno in Dubai. Nah, he want to be.
According to public information, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world.
I believe this man they rich Elon Musk.
No,
But
what's
them
the
not- them not extra- them not
I
come
think
out.
his name, if I'm pronouncing it right, he's in Dubai. There's no way Elon Musk can read it. This guy have about 200 and something billion. That's a quarter of a what?
No,
My
his
math is
net worth is 500 billion.
his
Elon.
net worth.
Yeah.
No, this guy has that money literally. Literally, this is not a network.
Elon still has more than him.
I'll get some research on
Right.
that.
No, all right. So the department, right, oversees government spending.
The department.
Yeah, and it's headed by Elon Musk. He oversees it.
So, is he a government official? Because
Yes, no, he is.
No, he is. What?
Yeah.
So he's running what department?
Doge, which is Department of Government Efficiency.
I could see that.
All right, so we move on from that. All right. Then you have the tech bill, which includes the banning of TikTok.
No, the Trump expand or extend rather TikTok for
Our next 75
next
days.
75 days.
Yes.
Now, my 2 cents is this: they are trying. Now, I cannot write in stone that yes, TikTok may not or maybe doing some type of a spine through that app. But you also looking at
No,
it
so
from
before we get there, so I say, all right, Trump executive order keeps TikTok operating for 75 days until they can come to an agreement. So Trump proposal is the U.S. wants 50% of TikTok company.
That not gonna happen.
that ain't gonna happen again.
That
That's
not
another
gonna
one.
happen.
Well, no, let me back
Why
it
not?
up.
Huh?
Why
That's
not?
possible. That's possible. But again,
think I
if
don't-
this guy, if what's his name, Chu, the owner of TikTok, he already was fighting all this time for them to abandon this policy, and I don't get it from a business perspective. I don't get it, but at the end of the day, he's fighting for it. Now, the thing is, if TikTok don't go for what is it? Find a US buyer for him to, what's going to happen at the 75 days? Because he kind of in favor with TikTok. Matter of fact, TikTok helped him win the election.
Exactly.
So what do you do now? If the guy's still not budging, I'm saying, you know what, I'm not going to allow any US or any company and sell 50% of my company to US or anyone else. What is the next step for that when it comes to the 75 days?
I know only US alone I use TikTok.
Yes, this is a worldwide application.
Yes, but most of TikTok DAU is here in the US.
Yeah, we agree with that. Yes, but look, everything America wanted them knows it.
All right. So TikTok is a revolutionary idea, right? We can't debate that. So TikTok has more DAU. So DAU is daily active users than Facebook and Instagram combined.
Which is right. People now use them
All right.
more.
So one of the reasons why
Money.
that is so TikTok algorithm, right? Our TikTok, where TikTok is set up is if you put your content on TikTok, it will get more views or more
yeah.
attention than if it was on Instagram or Facebook. For example, we have a page on Instagram. When we post, we get like 26, 50 likes, 50 views, something like that. Or 1,000, 2,000. When we post on TikTok, it's like 45,000, 50,000 within a week.
True, that's true.
On Instagram, it's all about who's following you. So if no one is following you and no one shares your content, then nobody views it. But on TikTok, it's set up or it's structured in a way where anyone who's on TikTok will see it. Like TikTok will make sure it reach a lot of different people.
Yeah, because you doesn't even have to follow the person on TikTok to see something.
Right.
Once you go on TikTok and you just keep scrolling, something come up.
For a little bit, we for our viewers, if you want to chime into this conversation, please call 718-690-8063. Again, 718-690-8063. I'm also want to follow up with one of our viewers that make a post. They said, people like TikTok but care more about economy. They will forget and enjoy freedom. That's from Dalen.
Yeah, I agree with Dylan. I mean, out of sight, out of mind. Like anything else. Like you had Blockbuster, right? People love Blockbuster. Blockbuster used to be like a brick and mortar store and also an online business. I think bad management, and now you have Netflix, and Netflix took over the entire. So they changed the
narrative. Yeah.
the narrative, right?
Yep.
And it's slowly now a streaming platform. So there's no more this. There's no more mailing this from the post office to to users. It's purely streaming.
Streaming, yeah.
Right. So I think just like Blockbuster and a lot of other companies, like what you call it, Ties or Us and all those companies, when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, even if you block TikTok, something will come up again where everybody will go flock it
You
again.
look on Facebook, you look at MySpace, they evolve as time goes by. Different things evolve into today's time.
Right.
So One of the things I'm shocked about is that Facebook lasts this long, because I think by then, a couple of years ago, I thought something else would evolve into something that beat and take Facebook, but
Well, the thing about Facebook, Facebook have a good management team. Like Mark Zuckerberg, he's one of the most brilliant guys in the world, right? And a next strategy that they they practice is if a new company, a new social media company was supposed to appear or present itself, they will buy them, you know. So they don't want a competition like Instagram. When Instagram just came about, they offered Instagram owner $1 billion. The company is worth way more now, but you know it was a good strategy. Just like Google, Google purchased YouTube for $1 billion, and I think that was a good.
that was a good deal because they make back that money long time ago.
It's worth
They
way more than
quadrupled
that. That's one of their biggest
Platform. Yeah.
revenue earners too. Yeah, so that's a good ROI. So we're still on TikTok, right?
Mhm.
So if Facebook and Instagram combine together, right? Meta overall, TikTok have more DAU. DAU again. The terminology for DAU is daily active users. More DAUs than Facebook and Instagram combined. That's good business. So you have to understand that this is the reason why they want to ban TikTok. And TikTok is not a publicly traded company.
Mhm.
And Meta, which controls Facebook and Instagram,
Yeah.
market cap is
Instagram, Insta and WhatsApp, right?
and
Yeah.
WhatsApp too. Meta market cap is $1.6 trillion. So imagine if TikTok was a publicly traded company.
Surpasses all three of them combined.
Right. So people would be dumping shares in a whole lot of company just to buy TikTok.
That probably would create a collapse.
There you go.
Oh,
TikTok is a good business, man.
It is. I mean, it's a brilliant idea. I mean, I remember when it came out, it was a good idea. But again, that's the political thing with them is that they create, because they realize that this company, especially reside in China, is surpassing all their platforms where they have here, and the money is going to them, right? They like, no, we need to keep this over here, and besides, we need to own that product. Yeah, you guys are spying on us. Facebook is in China too. Instagram is in.
China actually banned Facebook and Instagram, so you're not able to access any Meta platform, as in Facebook or Instagram in China. They ban it.
So now you probably see that's a retaliation, right?
Yeah.
So okay, you want to ban us? Okay, we're gonna ban you too.
I think it's a win-win for Meta though, because okay, let's say they come to an agreement, right? And they no longer want to ban TikTok, right? The agreement would be you have to allow Meta, which is Instagram and Facebook, to operate in China. So that would be more DAUs.
I think that's the agreement for them need for though.
Cause
them need for though.
right now, Facebook DAUs is about 200 million, and TikTok get more daily users than Facebook and Instagram combined. So you do the math.
By far.
So that's big business right there,
Yep.
Because if you're supposed to give or someone who's supposed to acquire TikTok in the US, right away IPO, and it becomes a publicly traded company.
But the thing is, if they go with this, how now? looking on that side, if they go with, um, they say the government buy the 50% of what they are trying to indicate, right? Can they? I mean, the U.S. probably can go IPO on the 50%. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, and guys, if TikTok ever becomes a publicly traded company, please go all in. All in. Yeah, you're gonna be a millionaire. Yeah.
Your life savings, right? You go all in life savings.
Well, me personally, that's what I would do. You know, I'm not giving financial advice. That's what I would do.
What you just did.
Yeah. Disclaimer: that's not financial advice.
You're telling me to invest in a stock.
And I said
100%.
that's what I would do personally, and that's what I would tell my friends and families to do. Yeah. Yeah. But a counter to that could hurt US based business that operates in China, for example, like Apple, because all Apple products are made in China. So what if China government was supposed to say, hey, we want half of Apple company?
The possibility that, I mean, for the retaliation, that may happen.
So all right.
That possibly
So-
probably will
Hold on.
happen.
Tesla also have mega factories in China. What if the government was supposed to say we want half of Tesla?
You see, the funniest thing, China has so many leverage on the U.S. when it comes to.
I disagree. I feel like US are mostly consumers and China's are like distributors and manufacturers.
Hold on. You hear me I say. So since China have America have China make Apple product, right? Even the iPhone them. So you don't think them still can spy through the iPhone?
Oh, it's
China.
a possibility, yeah.
Yeah, because that's why they want to shut down TikTok.
I
because
mean,
they
the
say
the
TikTok-
software doesn't belong to them, you know. It's just the
and what's
the material
Listen,
really and
you
the
know-
hardware.
You know that.
They create the hardware, not the software.
Okay, so you're aware, in case you're not, but this is factual, that about 3 years ago they discovered that in your phone, I think it was more of the Samsung phones and a little bit of
iPhones
the
too.
iPhones,
Yeah.
right? They have a built-in microphone. Why you think they
Of course,
stop
of course. Your
allowing you to take your battery out?
your
Have a-
smart TV, your smartphone,
Right.
your
All right.
smart
So
So
computers.
you don't need a
smart laptop.
software for them to spy on you, or I mean, they could have control all with the software
Yes,
all they
but
want.
who spies on you though?
Who?
Who
So,
spies on
We
you?
don't know somebody did they spy.
Somebody is spying.
If
We
it's a
don't know.
US based company, I prefer to be spied on by a US based
US.
company than a foreign based company.
But the thing is, you can never
Oh,
tell
why?
who
Oh,
you are going to spy
wanna
on.
Huh?
go ahead.
You can't tell who was spy on you.
Correct.
If,
I
if
agree.
it's an Apple product, it's Apple and the US government.
All right, I'll show you something. You cannot talk about something, right? By talking about it, you go on the
Pops
phone.
up on your phone.
You see,
No,
pop
that's
up on
what
the
he's
phone.
referring to.
So you don't know who was spy on you. It can't be China. It can't be anybody a spy on you.
So, Mike, as what you said, you rather the U.S. spy on you than a foreign country. No, elaborate on that, because that kind of bothering, mind-boggling. You know?
Right. So all right. We all know that the smartphones, right, are really like tracking device and spy gadgets. Who doesn't know that? You're aware, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So these belong to US business, which is like Meta. You have Apple, right? So I'm okay with that as the US government. When it's the Chinese government now, Chinese government and like, you know, Russian government, they're known to like hack people's account and stuff like that. Use their information and hack their account and take all that they have. the U.S. government, they don't really do that. I think they just do it for like national security reasons. But a foreign government, why would you need to spy on your foreign counterparts?
I don't see where I should allow our.
No, I'm not saying I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it, But I understand when the US do it to their citizens. But when a foreign government does it to another country, it's different.
But how is different?
Why do you need to spy on Americans if you're a Chinese
why the government need to spy on you? The U.S.
The
government.
Chinese government. That's what.
Yeah, I understand what you just said. So I'm kind of
for security reasons.
For security reasons.
Yes.
So they spying on you. So is it possible that the foreign country is spying on you for security reasons as well?
No.
What evidence you have that they won't do something like that?
I don't know.
But you're saying no. The hypocrisy of
the money's American. Leave the money.
No,
Yeah.
but why
Yeah,
would
that's like-
Chinese want to secure Americans? Why?
Yeah, just like how they want, like for instance, the CIA, right? They are a spy. They're the U.S. spy,
I
right?
keep saying you should be in front of the camera
No,
talking about
listen,
people like
this is
CIA,
public information. These are spies, right? So now they send to get intel to have the U.S. government to
Central
make,
Intelligence Service,
huh?
CIA.
Yeah,
Cent-
Central Intelligence Service.
No, Central Intelligence Agency.
Agent, CIA, right?
Thank you for your service. We appreciate your service. Continue. And don't talk bad about the CIA.
I am talking. I'm giving it. Isn't the CIA real?
Yeah, the CIA is
Isn't the
real.
FBI real?
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't the local cops real? So what I'm talking about, I'm saying that entity is a spying agent. It's
For
not
security reasons, for
Yes.
safety reasons.
It's
They
not-
do that to keep the American public, our American citizens,
Safe.
our American residents safe.
You have the KGB, right? That's an what?
I don't know.
That's a Russian spy, right? So
Right.
they're also keeping their people safe. England, I think, is the what they call it,
007.
well, that's
A James
the
Bond
proper
movie,
name.
I thought.
No, proper name for that. I'm trying. It's the brain freeze right now. But England have their own spy agent. Practically almost every country
have
their own spy agent. So
People, please comment and let us know what you think about the conversation.
So
Every country
at the
has
end of
a
the day, these guys have the same agenda where the CIA for this country is trying to prevent terrorism, is trying to prevent certain action pertaining to military-wise and stuff like that. Now, the Chinese company may be doing the same thing. The Russians may be doing the same
We
thing.
don't want the Chinese to spy on us.
You don't want
Okay.
nobody spy upon me.
See, the
I don't
Amer-
want anybody spying on me, period. Right.
We're
Right on that board.
patriotic, We are okay with the American
No,
government doing it
you okay
to
with
us,
them spying.
not
I'm not
the
okay
foreign
with them.
government.
I'm not okay with them spying on because now
Because they do it to keep us safe.
how spying on you to do what? To know every movement.
I
you
mean,
make
if you have any
what?
if you have any ulterior motives, or if you're planning to like plant can we say that word on
What?
on YouTube?
What?
The B word.
What is the B word? I mean, we are using it in
All
the
right, so
context.
if you're trying to plant any explosive device anywhere in like a subway system or in a store, anywhere to arm people, the government is listening so they can know to act to prevent certain things from happening. I think that's one of the reasons why they spy on their citizens.
right.
Not
so-
that I'm okay with it, because I prefer not to be spied on. But if you don't want to be spied on, right, or to be surveilled, you can go live off the grid. You can
but
go
the government, again, the government don't allow that.
What do you mean the government
If
doesn't
they
allow that?
found out that you're living off the grid, they're gonna force you back on the grid because they want to
Oh.
have control.
You could go to Jamaica and go live in the hills.
No, that's different.
Eat
Jamaica
what
is-
you grow and grow what you eat.
Listen,
There ain't nothing wrong with
it's
that.
easy for you to go off the grid in Jamaica. It's easy, or any Caribbean island. It's easy to do that, to accomplish that.
Yeah.
However, here it makes it difficult because they don't want you to do that. They want to give your whereabout everywhere you go, every movement you make. So there's this lady in Florida, right? Big time story. I think it was on the news about 3 years ago or 5 years ago, one of them. She completely came off the grid, growing her own fruits, her own plant, have her own energy, water. I don't know how she was obtaining that, but she completely off the grid. The government said, hey, you got 90 days or 50 days or whatever to come back on this mother scun. So you look at that's invasion. I mean, so how can you say that you can live off? You can't, because if you go off the grid, they're gonna tell you come back on. And if you don't come back on, we're gonna punish you for that. Whatever they're gonna do, whether they're gonna lock you up or they're gonna take away your house, I don't know what the plan in that capacity. But at the same time, you can't. It's not an option you have.
Listen, I understand why the government do what they do. I have no problem with it.
Look, China can be doing the same thing.
No, not to us. Let them do that to their citizens.
I don't want nobody
Let them
coming
do
over
that to
here
their citizens.
and trying to blow us up.
Let
Trying
them
to
do
plant
that
some
to their
bomb
citizens,
somewhere.
not
I
to
don't
us.
want that. China can be doing that. Russia can be doing that. Australians can be doing that. England can be doing that. They have all these entities are protecting themselves, just like how the U.S. have these entities, these government departments or agencies helping to protect themselves. I don't agree of anyone spying on me at all, but at the same time, you can't control it. You can't dismiss it. But again, principle is principle. At the end of the day, you're invading. Number one, you're throwing out our amendment, our freedom of what a word? I'm kind of brain freeze. But you guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mike said everything already. Mike said everything already.
All right. So the next thing we want to talk about is Joe Biden, former President Joe Biden. Job well done. Even though I wasn't pleased with it. Former President Joe Biden, right?
Marcus Garvey, no?
He pardoned Marcus Garvey. I want to thank you for that.
That's foolishness.
Thank you for that.
I agree, but that's foolishness. I mean,
you guys waited too long
Exactly.
for that. But
That's
thank you
crazy.
for that. That means a lot to me. And I think that's the
man.
only thing they did that I liked, right? Pardon Marcus Garvey. So thank you for that, President Joe Biden.
Now, how this is the family gonna benefit, or how he gonna benefit from this pardon?
The man dead already. There's nothing
that-
for him to
I
benefit.
No, but
I
they
am
had
making-
him as like a criminal. So pardon him, you get rid of all of that. It cleared his name.
Yeah, but
It's
You
good.
already stained so many billions of people in the world with that. You think?
I mean,
this
they didn't
pardon,
stay in my mind.
You
It didn't-
think this pardon is going to just
yes,
eradicate
yes.
eradicate my mindset for many decades of knowing about this man? No, that's not gonna happen. I at least anytime soon. That's crazy.
So-
I would rather them make the. I mean, I would even prefer they are pardon this guy when he was alive. If they find that this man, whatever the crime what he committed, right at the time, and they convict him, they deported him, et cetera, years after years after years, at the end of the day, they realize that he's a man of peace, he's a man of motive, he's a man of good attributes, he's a man of principles, protocols, et cetera.
So what do you think about it, Odin? Because he's a ballad, a Rasta. We know say, this means a lot to the Rastafarian community. And the Rastafarian community, I'm speaking on behalf of the Rastafarian community when I say this. We appreciate it. Thank you for that, for pardoning the Right Honorable Marcus Garvey. Thank you.
I mean, didn't take too long for that still.
Yeah.
I agree, but
That should have done
He-
thing.
he-
better late than never, right?
A
Yeah,
lot
but man, what good that? Because man dead and gone already.
Look at my
Alright,
decades.
so we're gonna move on from
No,
that. So,
hold on, man. We not move on,
Yeah,
man.
he
Hold
tryna-
on, brother. I be here running. All right. So since you pardon the man, right? Why didn't you set a way that's for him family? Like something for him, do something for him family, like
like what?
give them how should I put it?
Some form of compensation.
Some
Yeah.
Monetary compensation.
monetary monetary
If you ever
compensation or
know
what?
who Marcus Garvey was or is,
was.
Marcus Garvey one of the greatest.
man to walk the face of the earth. We
Yes.
don't need the government to give us any form of monetary compensation.
Family
So we need people to do, right? We need people to do, especially Jamaicans. Especially Jamaicans. We need them to do their research on Marcus Garvey. Find out who Marcus Garvey was and what he did. That's what we need people to do.
Yeah.
Forget about the government and politicians. Do your research. I guarantee it will change your mindset.
I don't like Marcus Garvey one of the greatest thing out of Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
Greatest.
Malcolm X is the one that piggyback off, and because of Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X was the one that came in existence because of the rights and the supportive. So I mean, he had done Marcus
Elijah
Garvey,
Muhammad,
yeah, he had
Louis
done
Farrakhan, Khalid Muhammad, you name it, all of them.
right. But
Right.
as I said, this pardon should have been done long time ago. And the
Decades
funniest
ago.
thing, here's the
No,
other,
we agree, we
Here's the
agree,
other
but we
crazy-
want to thank
And
former
even-
President Joe Biden
even
for
though them
pardon.
did-
Obama. Look,
Even
I'm
Obama,
sure
why Obama never
exactly
pardoned
why
him?
Obama didn't
As
do
a
that.
black man, why?
It's not even a black man, but it come from a standard or principle level because they operating from a principle level, right? Would you agree or you disagree by them pardoning him? Because based on what he has done and his time he has served, and all of these structures, what taking place, they decide to pardon him, right? So if
Hey.
Obama could not see this, and Biden is the one after
And
all
the
this-
Rastafarian community and all type of black organization reached out to Obama and asked him to please pardon the right honorable Marcus
Right. So
Garvey,
I'm
and he
asking
did
you-
not.
I'm
I mean,
asking you the
Obama is
question.
you guys' favorite president, So you answer the question.
I'm answering.
God, that's
I'm
your
asking you
favorite
because
president.
I don't know why.
Huh?
I don't know why.
I know. I don't know. Anyway, so
Why you say?
when
Why you say Obama
when-
favorite?
no, his favorite president.
Oh, Obama is my favorite president.
When
How you determine
the
that?
former president Joe Biden exit the White House, before he exit, right? He pardoned his son and he pardoned
Richie lied.
8,000.
Richie lied because he said he was not going to do that.
I mean, he's a politician. All politicians lie.
So hold on. Him pardon him son.
Yes, he did. Richie cleared and stated several times on interview and elsewhere that he will not pardon his son.
So after a man saying a speech, saying nah, I'm pardoning his son, the man go back up.
Yeah, I originally I thought it was a joke anyway because I know that
Politician.
wasn't going to happen.
So
the,
he
thing what
he
was
pardoned 8,000 people before he left. He was just pardoning people. So when Trump took office, Trump pardoned a bunch of people also.
Yeah, they whole lot of people when the
January
no, that
8th,
I don't
right?
support. That
What do
I
you mean you don't support? I don't believe the punishment. I don't believe the punishment was right for the crime. Was it a crime?
What do you mean?
That sounds a big.
You're
crime.
talking about these.
No one
bastards.
got hurt.
No, you are talking about just like how we sit.
Don't
on
call
this
anyone no bastard, man.
No,
They were
listen. You are talking about these guys.
January 8th riot. That's what I'm.
These guys assault police officers. So you there condoling this assaultment, and this is what Trump is doing.
No, I'm all for the
Yes,
police.
and those are the guys that assault the officers, and these are the guys they pardon. So what are you talking about? You're condoling.
Who got
their
hurt? Who got
foolishness.
hurt?
What?
Who got hurt?
Who got hurt?
Yeah.
A police officer died, and the others, the few others where they got
I didn't see that.
Got hurt. Some got stabbed. One of them got shot, but he didn't die from one of these.
No
riots.
such thing. False news,
Okay,
as Trump would say. False news.
but I know you're Trump
Fake
guy.
news.
Yeah, fake
Fake
news.
news. Yeah, not false news. Fake
I
news.
know you're Trump guys. It's okay.
No, but nobody got hurt. And I think, you can't give people
So
life
nobody
sen-
got hurt. Mike,
life
really,
sentence
that
for
girl also got killed.
What
She
girl?
was one of it. She got killed because one of the police officers shot her. You said nobody got hurt.
Oh, so the police officer.
Yeah, because she was attacking the police, and he kind of they were trying to put a little pressure on him because he shouldn't retaliate with such force.
No more fake news, all right?
No more fake
Anyway,
news.
anyway. Yeah, so Trump pardon all the rioters from January the 6th or the 8th when they stormed Capitol Hill. So he pardoned everyone because of what Biden did.
Even his own party was not supportive. Almost the entire Republican Party.
Not true. I don't know where you're getting this information from. You know.
Dude, I'm thinking you're living on a rock sometime. You know?
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting this information.
Because he just come out and he just started just believing what he needs to believe.
So
you have the news out there. Yeah, I realize. Yeah, that's my error. That's my problem. I realize he's
the
a
next
big
thing
time
that I
Trump.
noticed, right? The next thing that I noticed was at the inauguration, all the major CEOs of the best companies in America was at the inauguration, and they were beside Trump, like the likes of Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg,
That's tax cut.
you name it, the CEO of Google, all these CEOs, right?
Of
So
course.
they're gonna be his advisor. I think that's a wonderful thing, cause these people are successful business owners.
Wonderful thing, my back foot. Look, these guys are looking for themselves. At the end of the day, you and I, who's sitting out here
Elon Musk.
as a civilian or as a consumer, we are not gonna benefit from Trump's process. Or
No,
Trump's
but we have never
policy.
seen this before. And it's always division. It's always okay. Apple supports the DNC, and you would have like other CEO supports the Republican Party. But we have never seen all of the CEOs together agreeing and supporting a presidential candidate or a president. We have never seen that before.
Because he all
Unity.
for the money. You know
No.
what unity?
I mean,
That's where you're living on a rock.
Remember, say Elon must already have money, no?
It doesn't matter what's more. They
The
want
rich man
more.
always
A
want
rich
more.
never satisfied to what if they could. God could give them the entire wealth, the wealth of this
So they want more money or
They
they
still
want
gonna
power?
want more.
They want more money or they want power? What is
They
it?
want money and power. And for you to benefit from Trump position right now as a president, you have to be rich. You and I as a regular consumer, you can get that crap out of your mind thinking that this economy going to be better. Sorry for you.
I mean, that's your personal opinion.
Okay.
We're not going to knock you
we
for
will
that, right?
see, right? We have 4 years to see.
Yeah, we'll see.
The ending of time, my brother, this is also biblical.
Stop that. Stop
Yeah,
that
he's gonna say
nonsense.
stop that.
Stop that nonsense. I mean, you guys say the same nonsense over and over
Okay.
again, over and over again.
You see, the one thing that my mom
Listen,
always tell me,
listen.
seeing is believing, right? So again, you shall see.
See what?
The time will come.
You got to be positive, my brother.
No, I'm
No,
realistic.
you got to be open-minded. You got to be positive.
Yeah, and I know if I go outside and stand in
I've
front
never
of a train,
seen the all these billionaires, right, who are successful business people, right, for decades, unite together behind a president or beside a president.
because they realize what
all of them
Trump
now
was
feel
all
money.
about.
They
There was
make
a
money regardless. Apple
It
makes
doesn't
money
matter,
regardless.
They want more. They want more. Rich
Yeah,
billionaires.
but they're still gonna make money regardless.
They still-
Doesn't
but they
matter who's president. They're still gonna make
Look,
money.
Look, the man, they want to make money, and Trump will give them the promise to cut a lot of taxes.
No,
You
Trump
know
is
me,
a
the
businessman.
billion-
No, you have
listen,
to understand, and at
Exactly.
some point, they want to give back to their country. They want to give back to their country, so that's what they're doing.
What am I give up?
What are they giving back?
Yeah.
Service. They're advising the president on how to run the
How
country.
to
Remember,
make-
America is a
How-
business.
Listen, they're
making
advising
money
the
for
president
themselves.
how
No.
to make cuts so that they can
Yeah.
save a lot of money in taxes and other
They
sides.
don't want to pay no
Yeah.
tax.
Of course.
What are you guys talking
Look
about?
at Trump as an example. How many, this guy make what? Millions of dollars. How much he paying tax? And you and I would probably wind up paying what? Almost 200 or 100 and something $1,000 in tax for the entire year, right? But this guy is paying what, $800, and he's making billions.
I mean, they also do a lot for the country also. So
What
don't
they do
forget
for the
about it.
country, my G?
Man,
What
I
do
think
you
you're
mean?
living on a moon,
What they
bro.
do?
A lot of philanthropists work.
Mike, come on, man.
Yeah, they do.
Take all that money and put it in them damn pocket.
No, bro.
That's exactly where you go.
Yo,
No,
me as a little man at work, right? And sometimes I look for my the amount of tax them take out of my paycheck. And by the end of the year, me can't get it back.
you get back even not even good
Alright,
quarter. You
alright,
barely
alright.
get
So,
quarter.
so
You
Let-
know when they take your money and put it in them pocket.
let me give you some example, right? All right. So Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk, right, pays the employees of his company in stocks, right? Are half in stocks and half in regular paycheck, right? So when the stock price goes up, most of those employees became millionaire. Nvidia did the same thing. So between 2021 and 2005, the majority of Nvidia employees made anywhere between 20 to 30 million dollars. You didn't know that, right?
So the point you're making is what?
I mean, they do a lot for the employees. They're doing a lot for the employees,
So
and they're doing a
you're
lot.
saying
They do a lot of contribution that's not. Most is public, which you're not aware of, but it's public information. You could go look it up.
Well, at the end of the day, you have, just like how we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago, you have a few out of the majority of them would do this, right? Great. I applaud them for that. Majority of them not doing that type of structure and don't have that type of structure. All these guys you see sat beside Trump and pushing and whatever, their motive is because of the promise what Trump made in his while running, that he's gonna cut
What are
tax
the
for the
promises?
rich,
What are the promises?
that he's gonna cut. The main one is gonna cut tax for the rich.
Isn't that a good thing?
No, it's not, because I'm not gonna benefit from that. Who do what? Where I'm rich?
Listen.
Are you rich? Maybe you're not telling me
Listen,
something.
no, listen. Listen. When you cut tax for the rich, right, they're able to open more business or create more business, and that opens door for more employment. When you have more people employed in the U.S., more money, more tax get paid, and more money go to the U.S. Treasury. When money goes to the U.S. Treasury, they could use that and build better playgrounds, better road. They could better infrastructure. They could a lot more. They could do
you see
for
the
the
term-
citizens of the country.
You see the term what he's using? Could.
No, they do. They
could.
do.
They're not
They
doing
do.
it.
And
We're-
we're
we're-
able to get a tax break as people who are considered middle class. Because when Trump was in office the last time, we did get a tax break. I saw way more in my paycheck than when the Biden administration
You
was
didn't
in
see that?
power.
Which
You
part?
didn't see that
no,
for real?
because
You never see that.
you see, that's what problem. He has some type of a wealth he's not sharing with us. Because if you not seeing it, I didn't for sure see it. The only time what I see any type of a benefit is that
Gas price was lower.
pandemic,
Food price
Where
was
they were-
lower.
unemployment, the
Tax
pandemic.
was less. Gas price was less. Food price was less. Interest rate was less.
Well, let's see. Let's see what's gonna happen this time around.
There's an illusion that this guy
We're gonna agree to disagree.
yeah, I think
Because
that is the case.
you guys dislike Trump because of the character,
just
not
dislike-
because
I
of his
dislike
policy.
Principles
The
and
policy
his
that
characters.
he present is actually good policy. I don't
dislike
agree
him.
with
Nah, nothing
everything.
against him.
I don't agree with
No,
everything.
look at
but-
Obama. I dislike certain things what Obama did. And that, as according to you, that's my favorite president, right? At the end
What
of
do
the-
you agree with?
What?
What do you agree with?
Agree with what? In what sense?
That former President Obama did.
What I agree with?
But
He's
I
a-
agree with nothing with Obama though.
There's a few things I agree with.
What?
What he
What?
What he did. I mean,
Because I just mentioned everything that I agree with what Trump did. Or Trump is doing. What do you agree with?
okay. So in the one I agree where, and I didn't they did not want to pull the troops out. That's one, because that was draining the country. He did not do it as planned. Eventually, over time, he did it, and they still did not want to do it. Right? That's one.
President Donald Trump did that.
How? Here we go again. You remember
Because the guy is a
had?
businessman. He's not into all this
How
war. War is bad for business.
And that's
I
what
mean, war
that's
can be
the problem
profitable
what I had with
for a certain company, but war is bad for business.
That's the
He's a
problem. What I had
businessman.
is it's for the business. You
Yeah.
know, these guys who these companies that does provide for the military. These guys want
Lockheed
these
Martin.
Huh?
Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, these guys want war to stay because that's how they make their money.
Their money, right.
Right. So these guys are gonna push these policies and stuff like that for with the country to go in war. Right now, like these guys are like, what the hell? They probably want to start up something. I mean, I'm assuming, but based on certain things I've seen, they probably put because they're not making any money. They try to push maybe whoever is in power to go to war with something, with somebody, so they can make money. Because the military buying weapons, or the police department, or whatever the case may be, they buy a couple thousands, a couple 1 million there. When we at war, they selling 3 billion, 200 million, etc., etc. These guys are making money. Obama, come back to the not drift. With Obama, when he was running, his main premises was, I'm going to end this war. When he went into power, and whatever happened.
Yeah, but if you end the war in Iraq and you start the war in Afghanistan, what's the difference?
Well, again, I mean, this is one of the things.
There was no when Trump took power, all wars ended. The guy went around and meet
there was
with
no war going on when
the
Trump
world
took
leaders.
power.
Yeah, the world leaders, because he put a stop to it.
No,
And he said, "Listen,
you're
we
not
don't."
listen.
He said, "Listen, we don't have time for this. America for Americans. We don't have time to police the world. We're gonna focus on America and building back America." And he said to all these business men and businesswomen and enterprise in America, bring back the jobs to America. We're gonna lower your tax. That's a good thing, right? Because if you bring back manufacturing iPhone to America, that
We'll
creates
create a lot of jobs.
all right. So when he give them a tax break, that's what it does. It stimulates the economy. And then you have more people working. And then you have more money going to the U.S. Treasury. And then the government can lower the average American tax.
No, that's the concept, and that's what
That's the plan, though.
That's
Because
the
you
plan.
guys are not really paying attention to the policy, you know. Now you're paying attention to the character is himself. You guys dislike Trump personally.
I
That's what it is.
Trump leadership skill. The leadership skill in the sense of Trump bullies people, bully each other, even bully Congress.
You need a strong CEO now, don't you? We need a strong
No, that's
president.
that's not how leaders work.
Yeah, man.
Leaders don't bully people to get. Listen, even his own party at one point he was trying to
America,
dismantle.
bad boy country, don't it? Don't it?
His own party was also trying to dismantle because they did not agree with him on some policies he's creating, and even
Talk to
them he
Odin.
want to dismantle. This
No,
man is-
seriously. Odin.
I
Alright,
understand.
so we're going to take it to Jamaica, right? Whenever anyone goes on social media and disrespect the right honorable Andrew Holness, Bro God, a.k.a. Bro God, what happens?
When you find them,
Find them and what happened?
lock them up.
I have them apologize, right?
Mm.
Right. So that's how American do it, but they do it on a bigger scale, though. Like, you can't notice, you know, when he took office, he said to what you call it, Russia and Ukraine, you guys need to end the war. We don't have time for this. Ukraine, we're not gonna fund you guys anymore. Come to an agreement. So I'm saying, I don't know. I like the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, you like the guy
We not have
because
I like the
problem with
policies.
guy.
I don't
like we have no
listen.
problem with it.
Look, for instance, there's just like Obama, just like Biden, and even Trump right now. They're like one of the things he pushing where is only two genders, And I like that policy because at the end of the day, I'm not anyone bullying my kid to become what they are not. You see what I'm saying? So I like that policy at the end of the day. And I'm sure enough there's a few more he's going to implement down the line. But on a wider scale, this man is not fit for leadership.
Why not? Why not?
Because he's a dictator. You cannot have a dictator as a leader.
You have to get over your
I have to get over my
personal.
Listen, all these people that focused and voted and put this man in power, the sad part is that I am going to face these trials and tribulation that's coming our way. That's the sad part of it.
What trials and tribulations?
Financially, the economy, this man is not going to provide.
The economy was better under Trump, but we're not going to. All right, so we're going to save the.
Better?
We're going to save the waiting for.
How it was better?
The economy.
Yeah, how it was better?
Food prices. Food prices was lower.
He inherit.
Food prices.
Here we go again. When Trump came in power, he inherit.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to cut you. We're gonna take a 5-minute break, and we're gonna come back to the conversation. Okay. Welcome back, viewers, to our podcast, The Garage. Odian, Girls M Sugar, myself, Michael, executive producer, Michael Porter, behind the camera. Yeah, so where we left off. Yeah, so I think Trump and his team is gonna do a wonderful job. If you guys don't know by now, I'm a Trump supporter. I don't agree with everything, but most things I do agree with. You
Junction.
Know? Right.
We're not the guy, you know. Make him do what he do. We not knock him. We not say he not gonna do something good, but just wait and see what he will do, you know.
Yeah, Joe Biden did nothing. I don't know what Joe Biden did.
You know, the funniest thing is that I would agree with you to a certain extent. There's a little bit, if you said from 1 to 10, I would say he probably did maybe like 3 or 5 out of what things happened.
Would I say 2 or
2? I mean, that
2?
probably even too.
you personally, I know
and
that.
Biden is my boy, right?
On camera and off camera, you dislike Donald Trump.
No, but I also said just now, which according to what you're saying, that Obama is my boy, Biden is my boy too. But there's a lot of things I dislike with what the movement.
I get it, you know. Obama is a better speaker. I get it.
Yeah, he can articulate
but
very well.
Why? Yes, but why talk to me nice and do nothing for us? What did Obama do for our community?
You said it yourself.
Nothing.
All these are politicians. what Trump did for our community as a black culture, or as a Hispanic, or India, or Chinese, what he did for our culture.
I could speak for a lot of people when I say this. When Trump was in power, a lot of people have a lot of money. They were making a lot of money. Because the money was, they were focused more on the US and building the US. Man, COVID came and interrupted a part of his presidency. And we had to deal with that. But people were making a lot of money under a Trump presidency.
So people, you know now that you know how much money Mike is making, right? Because the average Joe,
no, I'm serious, you know.
average Joe making $30,000-$40,000, not gonna see the type of benefit what he's talking about. The only time you're gonna see that is people in there 6 and then 9 figures and then 10 figures.
But let's give him a chance because, as I said, the last administration, the Biden and Harris administration didn't do so well. Yo, forget about the black skin, man. If they're not doing anything for us, it don't make no sense. So I'm saying, not because if she's not doing anything, didn't make any sense. Because you're going to tell us that, oh, I'm going to do this when I become the president. You're the vice president. That carries some weight. You could have done.
You should not do it from your vice president.
No, again, I correct this at one point, the last, when we had the politics. The vice president cannot make rules.
False.
She can encourage.
You're not gonna make the rule. You tell the man.
All right, that's what I'm saying. She can make suggestions.
Do it this way. You get me?
She can encourage to go this way or that way. She cannot make rules like the president and Congress. She cannot do that. And this is a thing where these guys keep on blasting her with no.
Mike.
Here, no.
Stop. You're there
Why Biden never stepped down and gave her a chance? That Biden
but
should have
Biden
stepped
slept the entire term.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, he should have stepped
Sleepy
down
Joe was
and gave her a
sleeping.
chance.
He was sleeping. And again, I think
we're going to act like Biden don't have dementia. Biden slept the entire term.
No,
Biden did not make a proper decision on his own. We know it's the team, right? Or the administration. But what's her name? Kamala Harris. She's telling us what she will do when she becomes president. She never mentioned any of that during the term
when Joe was the
Biden
president.
and Harris.
yes, because she's
presidency.
now gonna have power to make those decisions.
No, that's not how it works. That's
But
not how it
who
works.
took-
You just said it, you know. It have to go through Congress, right?
Yeah, there's certain things, just like how Trump can.
Yeah, but you could have suggested something.
Yeah, so just sit back then. And
All
see
right,
what will
right.
happen.
So again, she can suggest, but at the end of the finalization is gonna come from the president or the Congress, right? So now she can sit there and she can suggest until God come. Would they do it? No.
I
Would
mean,
they do
if
it?
she
Probably
can't do
yes.
nothing, then as the
But-
vice president, she's not going to be able to
Nah,
do
but
anything
no,
as the
no.
president.
She what?
She's not going to be able to do anything as the president also.
Why?
I mean, why?
Why she won't be able to?
You act like the
But that's
vice
point.
president don't carry any weight.
So hold on. When
Vice president
No,
position doesn't carry
I
any
never
weight.
disagree that the president.
when Obama was president, right? Joe was the vice president, right?
Joe, yeah.
All right. So you know, think Joe tell Obama some stuff and Obama follow.
That's correct.
Okay. So why Kamala couldn't do the same thing with Biden?
But we don't know that. We don't know if Kamala was telling
Right,
Biden
so if she
that-
did,
Who can
it didn't
see
do
that
anything
there
to
was
benefit
no
us.
agreement between the two of them.
I think it was both party was a disconnect. To be honest with you,
Yep.
as much as I support them, they were a disconnect. I think the
Yeah, and you can
leadership,
see that.
the leadership between both of them was poor
You can't see that.
from a standpoint.
And so that's what I'm saying.
But at
So
the
we
same-
agreeing.
At the same time, it's like what's the name? The last episode where we have politics, I was trying to remember this guy name. He mentioned that Kamala, right, has the remedy or the vaccine for a bull that's charged into a building to buck it down. And she is the only one has that vaccine to stop it, right?
You could have used it with Biden.
So, but I'm saying the thing with all of this mess, I mean, it can get touchy and deep and create a little bit confusion. But my thing is, number one, I think Biden should have stayed in power. That's no more. Keep on running. I think he would have a better chance than winning.
They would have still lose. They would have still lose the election.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
They wouldn't lose, you know.
He probably would not lose.
My thing is, here what happened.
He should have stand his ground. That's what I think he should have done.
Biden know what I do.
Biden wasn't fit to be president at the time.
Yeah, me I say, Biden know what I do. Because you see the man step out at the last moment, he step out. So he know what I do.
Step out in what sense?
No, they told him to step down. They told him to step down.
No, he wasn't. You see, this is the thing. This is peer pressure. He was under peer pressure because when Obama started coming out and when these other big politicians started coming out, this is when now he started having second thought. Because before that, he's like, none of you ain't going to tell me to step down, and I ain't stepping down. And I supported that. I said, yes, stand your ground. And then
I ain't going nowhere.
Like 2 weeks after I hear, stepping down. I was like, son of
yeah, because the supporters are the people who are funding the DNC. They said if he doesn't step down, we're gonna take back our funds,
and
our capital.
You see, and the suckers them lost.
Yeah, but they were gonna lose anyway.
No, they weren't. They're not necessarily. Let me rephrase.
I guess we will never know.
Necessarily that they were going to lose. I think they had a better chance. Either they stick with Biden or they will bring someone else.
Because I'm stipulation of them come up with about this gender thing. That's why them lose. That's why them lose. That's why them lose is gender thing. You can't preach them thing there. That's why them lose.
Yeah, people. Yeah.
But
please, people, like, share, and subscribe. You know, and please comment. You know, tell us what you think about the podcast. What you think about the conversations. Whether it be good or bad, because we would like to improve if we're doing bad, and if we're doing good, we would like to know. So please comment, share, and subscribe.
On that note, please also share your views, things what you would like to us talk about. And if you have any topics what you're interested in too, please share that with us. You can comment on our videos. You can send an email to us at the Garage Studio, or actually the Garage stu@gmail.com, and you can call us when you have a time or a chance. And you can visit us online at the Garage Studios at YouTube. So, just search us and you can leave comments in each video or just comment on the channel itself and say, hey, would like to talk about this or so forth. So, please interact with us. Share with us what you would like to hear.
The people.
Oh man, you need to get somebody else put over there. Say, come over here.
Guys, we're watching the monitor and we just sitting here. Someone is in the background just started. That's what I keep on saying. Yes, people. So that's the executive producer, Mike Porter. He's also the engineer. So someone has to be behind the camera.
Why funny behind thing
managing our paying attention to the program, right? Yes. Any closing statement, Odian?
No, we don't.
None.
You don't have no closing statement. All of that.
No, I mean you could say it. Like you like the executive order that Donald Trump.
I like the executive order. When Donald Trump stipulate gender, the sex must be sex. No,
female and male.
Male and female. No, what you call it? One
she or he
Queer.
or they or how
exactly.
or what.
I agree with that, and
I mean, in the workplace, it confused me, because I can't say miss, I can't say sir, I can't.
You don't know what you say, cause all right. Even the other day, I work and somebody come my window. I swear, was a woman. It's a man. Said, gee.
So what did you say? What did you? Said, Miss Sir.
No, but if I did, listen. Put it this way. Even though we're closing, if I detect a transgender and they were
we don't have anything
female.
against transgender.
Yeah, man,
transgender
against them.
people.
If they were a female
What?
and I detect that they were a female, I'm gonna address what they are. because no matter what you do, you still can't change your sex. You can change it to a level of.
Yo, just leave the people alone.
I'm
Please.
not.
No,
listen,
we don't have no problem with them.
I don't
It's
have
just
the
I say,
problem
yeah.
with individuals in itself. I'm
So
having
you
a problem
like
with
that,
the
right?
lifestyle itself.
Like
And
that.
the problem what I mostly have is them pushing this gender towards
And
the
the
kids.
kids. Yeah, you can't
That
push
is
that
one
on
of
the
my
kids.
main things. You could do whatever you want to do. I mean,
That comes with a democratic
kids be
presidency.
kids.
let
That-
the kids
that-
be kids.
Yeah, but that
Yeah.
comes with a democratic presidency.
How is that?
Because that's what they push. That's what they
That's
push.
why they lose.
Prior to that, they were also pushing it.
They've been pushing that from Obama.
From Obama and
Obama
prior to
two
Obama,
term.
it was being pushed. So
No,
this was
not like
just-
this.
But you
Not
know, in
like
that
this.
first term when Obama become president, that name a push. Obama push it in our last term.
They're
That's when
always
he
gonna
push
push
it.
it in the second
And then
term.
he bring over into Biden, and then Biden, Kamala try to bring it back. So
Again, people, we
let
do
kids be
not
kids,
have
man.
anything against LGBTQR community. We don't have anything
we
against
don't have
it.
nothing against you
Yeah.
guys. It's just let kids be kids. Let them grow up and choose on their
Stop
own.
pushing.
Don't put it on young
your
kids. Let
gender
them
or-
choose for
correct.
themselves.
Let they choose.
Your agenda.
A little you go to school and him laugh a certain way. You will tell the teacher, will tell him say, "Oh, he's a girl." Come
It
on.
should be a
No,
girl
you
or-
you are what you feel like you are. That's what they
That
say.
mean I can be a woman then, right? I can be a,
No,
a
you know
alien.
what? You know what's so funny?
I can be
If
a,
you come down.
No. What's so funny, right? This guy
I
got
can be a TV, right? I can be anything that I want to be.
Exactly.
so this
No.
guy got pulled over by the cops the other day, and the cop asked him for his ID, and he gave the cop a collar,
Oh, I
a
see that
cat
one.
collar, right? And the cop said, "What's this?" And he said,
I'm a
"That's
cat.
my ID." So the cop responded by saying, "This is a cat collar." He said, "Yeah, I can be identified as what I want to be identified as, and today I'm identifying myself as a cat, and that's my ID." So the officer said, "Okay, no problem. In the state of so and so, a cat is not authorized to operate a motor vehicle. So you need to get in touch with your owner to come and
That's a
get
good
you.
one. That
And
was
I'm
a
gonna
good-
place you on arrest because
You can't drive this from
No,
here.
that's a man called animal
That was a
control.
good one. God, animal
Yeah.
control.
I mean it's just funny to me sometimes. But I
That's
mean whatever
hilarious.
you want to identify yourself as, you can, right? As I said, I want to identify myself as a billionaire, right? And I would love to get that. But on a serious note, though, let's just see what this administration does for the country, and then we could talk about it after. Give it some time. Give it 2 years and see. You know.
I give it 10 years.
Can I
I'll
say
see what
something
happens.
else? My thing is, I would say to Mr. Trump, right? The people that come here from different countries
President Trump.
are President Trump. These people that come here and trying to make something out of their life,
Did he born with that name?
the good ones, not the bad ones. If you want to deport the bad ones, I don't have a problem. But the ones that come here to this country and work in the coal, try to make something.
You're talking about the people who came across the border.
I came across the border. Even those who are come here on plane and they overstay. If they're working, you know, if they're contributing to the country in a good way, I would say give them a chance. But if they are not, you know, do what you have to do.
Listen, principle is principle. I mean, they're going to have to apply it the appropriate way. There's a structure, the system,
I
the
understand it.
government set up for them
Mike,
to apply
listen.
an appropriate
Yeah,
level.
me and say, man, I understand that, but most of them don't have the resource. Most of them not have the whatever it takes for them to get it. You get me? I say.
But if that's the case, might as well you just
Somebody-
open up the border and let everyone come in because they don't have
No.
certain resources.
Some of them are work towards it, right? Some of them is working where them are try if you say, all right, them all get get themselves sorted out. So them a work a little thing put to the side to get themselves sorted out. That's how me look on it.
So when they have the resources, then they apply.
That's what they gonna do. But remember I said the man them come here, the man them a come from them country where them not have it. So that's why them a come here to make something better for them.
The best country in the world, America.
You don't see want of people run come America. Cross how much waters just to come across to make a better life for themselves.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
the
true. But
greatest.
we have a protocol we need to follow. When you come in here, you have a protocol you follow.
I understand. You know when me just come America, you know what the boy said to me, the immigration boy said to me.
Immigration officer.
Me nah say immigration officer and diss me. You know why and diss me? The boy look for me and give me a pay, and he's a black man. And every day me thank God, me make it. When me nah the boy look for me and give me a paper and say, read this when I'm licking the shit. That's what the man look for me and tell me.
Really?
That's what the man look for me and tell me as a young youth to come America. I remember that every single day. And I wish to see that guy again.
Now what did he say?
The man say, he give me a paper, right? And say, read this when you're licking the shit.
When you doing what?
When I'm licking the shit. You know what I talk? Drugs. I see, I come here and make it.
I don't
I would like
yeah,
to see
that was rude.
I would like to see that guy again.
What you would do?
Well, what I would do, I said, look at me now. I didn't lick no
That's
shit.
good. That's
and
good.
I make it.
You didn't lick no shit, and
No.
you're here. Now, starting from the bottom, now I'm here.
But now you're alone and start from this. So why?
Why?
You fi come down. Shalom. Start from the foot. No, I'm here.
Yeah.
So wait, the foot is not the bottom.
No.
All right. So, on a serious note, people, politician cannot make your life better. Trump, not J.D. Vance, which is the vice president, not Kamala Harris, not Joe
You got to
Biden.
make yourself better.
It starts with you. You have to change your mindset and you have to apply yourself.
Yep.
You have to work hard at becoming a better person or becoming successful. You know, politician can't help you. So it have to start with you. You have to change your mindset and apply yourself and work hard. Right? Or work smart. Whichever. So yeah. So we're gonna close now. Thank you guys for tuning in to our next episode of the Garage Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
We
Up
out.
there. What is on my nose? I'm out.
We out, man. Yeah, we need to hear the song enough.